If you are losing this matchup with Logbait, you are playing it completely wrong. So I like to identify matchup using playing a barrel first or other princess. So he has a hog and he has a log, right? So it could be either any any hog rider deck, and he has goblins. If he has goblins, and he has a hog and he has a log, right? So it's going to be hog XC, and hog XC is a pretty good matchup. And if you have cannon as you're building, it is a very good matchup. If you have inferno tower, it might get a little tough, but with cannon Tesla, it's your matchup a lot. So against hog XC, what could be the common mistakes, right? Common mistake would be letting a hog hit go or two hog hits go. So this is the kind of matchup you don't wanna let a hog even at your tower like for one or two hits. Later in the game, if you are in the damage lead, that's a different position. So I'll just play a princess and hog won't get a hit. Don't overcome it with a log or something. Just wait for your cards a little bit and let them do the job. I tried to pre-log his goblins, but I didn't got it, which is totally fine. And second common mistake would be not utilizing your princess well. In this matchup, the only way you lose is if you are not utilizing your princess well. Cause in the end, it's about rocket cycling. And if you are rocket cycling them again and again, he can go like XC at the bridge and he can maybe caught you off guard. So you always got to play princess like I played a princess, then I played a EO barrel and I got good damage. And key plays would be my cannon placements, cause later in this matchup what this guy is going to do, he will just go hog XCs or hog EVO XC or hog EVO walk at the bridge, and I have to defend perfectly. Cause if I let that XC lock onto my tower, I'm going to lose the game. So you have to play perfectly, but it is a very good matchup. And now how I'm going to briefly win this matchup, right? So I'm going to play opposite lane as of this guy, as he is going right lane, so I'll just go left lane. Why? If I'm going opposite lane, it doesn't matter what deck they have, like they have hog Exinado, they have hog EQ. Why you always gotta go hog opposite lane is, let's say if you are going same lane, let's defend that push first, let's just ice spirit and then knight, and then I will princess 2, and then I will late log 2 if I need it, and then I will just block a cannon with my, I will block his XC with my cannon. As I told you earlier, the you don't gotta let a EVO XC at the bridge, and he might play like EVO XC at the bridges. So what I was there, what point I was making that, why you always gotta go opposite lane, right? If they play a hog and you play princess at the same lane, your princess is not going to connect, right? And in this kind of matchups, if they have fast cycle, they will play hog every 15-20 seconds, and it reduces your chance of playing princess at the bridge, okay? So as I explained earlier, this guy went hog XE at the bridge, and I can just play a log and hog won't get a hit. I mean, it did get a hit, but at this point I'm in the damage lead. So you have to play perfectly almost in this matchup. And yeah, how you are going to lose from this point, right? I explained every point. Now how can you lose from this point? If you let a XC on to your tower, it does not matter, you can tank like one or two hog hits. I did a mistake here. I played a rocket and missed the wall, and that wall onto my tower, and wall got 2 hits, right? But I was in the damage lead so much that it didn't matter. So how do you lose from this point, right? Like what happened earlier, if that happens to me twice or thrice more, I'm going to lose this matchup. And I pre-logged his goblins. I know that he had to play goblins. Why? Because if I'm going opposite lane, right, he has to play something cheaper so he can go and make a push on the left side, right? And if you don't want to lose this matchup, just play your knights correctly. Even if you overcome it with a cannon, right, I could have just logged that, but he would have logged me, and maybe he could have done an nado to kill my guards, but I just overcommitted with a cannon. The only way I lose from this match is if hog like get 2 hits, but I'm not going to let that happen. And yeah, that is all the tips you, and I tried to predict the hog with my rocket, but I missed, but that wasn't a problem. I can just go guards, I can just go log. The reason I played guards and log was, think about it. If you play a cannon, right? Cannon does not provide any good counter push. But if you play a hog, if you play a guards and log, guards provide counter push, and it also makes that he has to counter the guards first instead of going hog. Yeah, so I keep doing that. I make sure that I play my cannons. I play knight up top so he can't nado my knight into the tower. That's also crucial tip. You always wanna play your knight or mini tank up front of the exit, like directly back, so they can't nade to the tower. And yeah, that's how easy it is to defeat Hog XC. So in our second match, we are against I don't know what this guy is playing, so I'll just play a barrel and try to identify the matchup. So he has ghost and he has barbell, right? The important realization of identifying the matchup is it depends if they have a like a hard counter. You got to make some outplay plays, and the only when you win against hard counter is you play perfect defense, or if you get a lot of damage in singles. So that's why identifying the matchup is important. And since he has pieces of, it's going to be a hog that piggy's lightning deck cause he has double small spell, right? I mean two, he has two cycle cards, he has a Evo Royal Ghost, and he has a Barbarian Barrel. So it's going to be that, I would say. I know that seems like a pretty tough matchup on point, right? But this matchup is very good. Now, I have to unfortunately play Ice Spirit so that Ghost can one-shot my Ice Spirit, then it lock onto my guard. So why this is a good matchup? Because realistically, right? You got to identify. Does not matter if you are playing Goblin Gang, does not matter if you are playing like any support card, does not matter if you are playing Skellies, right? Why this is a good matchup, I will tell you. Now, what could be the two common mistakes, right? He has Hoggies, right? He has Evo Hoggies and he has Lightning. So obviously that makes sense that he can't even kill my guards on my side. And even if you're playing Goblin Gang, it doesn't matter. What happens is he is going to lightning my cannon, but I have already guards on the defense, so he can't lightning on my tower. He can lightning cycle, but I will rocket him back if he does so. So your main counter to that hogs in this matchup is your support card. If you're playing with Goblin Gang, eh, it's your main supportive unit to kill hoggies. If you are playing guards, that's your main support to kill that hoggies, right? Because realistically, he has lightning, right? He can't lightning out my guards. It doesn't do anything. Or if you are playing Goblin Gang almost lightning doesn't do anything. It will kill like two goblins, but it doesn't matter. With log, you can finish it off. Now, second mistake would be not going opposite lane as this guy, because I knew that going same lane he will just stack ghost and everything, so I won't get any damage. So I started going opposite lane, and if you go same lane against, and obviously for the Evo Hoggies you gotta go, even though this guy lightning, I'm going to punish him because I have already princess down. And with Evo Hoggies you can't do anything, but you gotta play your building. Why? Because if you play like Goblin Gang, don't ever play Goblin Gang. If you do have it for the Evo Piggies, your Goblin Gang will die to that spawn damage and you will lose the game. So don't gotta do that. The only time the only time you gotta play your building is even if you're Tesla, even if you're Canon, the only time you gotta play your building is if they have Evo Hoggies. If they don't play your building. What could be the key plays that can make you lose this matchup or that can win you this matchup, right? Main key plays obviously would be the key card will be our guards, right? If I don't use it properly, I'm going to lose this matchup. If I play my guards correctly, I'm going to win this matchup, right? Now, it does not matter at this point, right? I know I'm going opposite lane. This is the perfect situation. Like going opposite lane against Hoggies is always important, right? Always going opposite lane, even if it's like Queen Hockey Q, the same thing applies, right? You can just go guards log cause earthquake doesn't kill your guards, all right? You got a bait out log. Why bait out log? Cause earthquake log does kills the guard. So if you do that, you are going to win. And at this point, this matchup was almost wrapped up because I knew that he has to lightning cycle. But if I need, I can just play one or two rockets in the end, and I will win. So at this point, I just got a cycle to my Evo barrel. I'm not going to go light rocket yet because it's risky. I'll just cycle my Evo barrels and I will just win. And I just played a princess again opposite lane, and that knight also got a lot of damage too. So he has to play wizard on 5. And at this point, how do you lose this matchup? Obviously, if you let Evo piggies onto your tower, right? You can't let that Evo piggies onto the tower. The reason I had to play cannon because I didn't had my guardian cycle. So yeah, that's how we win. Actually, the recording got stopped, but we don't want to focus on that. I won it anyways because he had 800 HP or something like that. So I rocketed in the end and won. So as I identified the matchup using playing a barrel, and he's playing Mega Knight, and looking at his deck Mega Knight, and he has bats. So it's going to be MK bait what it's called, and it is a pretty easy matchup. Now, how do you win this matchup, right? This is a very easy matchup for you, and you should always win this. If you are not winning this will be the perfect guide. Because this guy a play style feels like he will spam every card he gets at the bridge, right? So what could be the two common mistakes you got to avoid? The first common mistake would be obviously going same lane against this guy. As I got like a lot of damage, I am forced to go to same lane, but I will try to switch on the opposite lane with this barrel, cause if I keep going same lane, I will lose. Or if you are in the good damage lead, going same lane could be a good idea, but if you are in a lot of damage lead, or you will lose apparently. So he will play a miner looking at his playstyle, and I can play a guards, and then I'll just play a cannon at last second because I don't want to waste my log because he might play goblin gang or spear goblins at the opposite lane, so I might save the log. And second mistake would be not playing your log well. The log is also the most important card in this matchup because they got spear goblins, because he got goblin gang, and he has a evo scale barrel too, so you gotta save your log for some points. Like I did cannon for that skelly barrel instead of cannon, because instead of log, so I could save log for his potential goblin gang. And I will play princess high because I know that he was going to play a miner. And this guy is very interesting, he might zap here. Okay, he didn't. So yeah, we are at a very good point, at a very good situation here. In this matchup, you just gotta survive in single, cause if they get like a lot of damage in single, you will lose. Now I did rocket it the Inferno Dragon. If they play a same lane Inferno Dragon, and if you are rocket, just play it. It doesn't matter. And I would say Tesla and Canon just also Tesla and Cannon also helps with this matchup a lot. But if you're Inferno Tower, you might gotta play a Princess in the middles a lot, because they will what he will do is he will just play MK, he will try to block your Inferno Tower with that, so you gotta take careful of that. And now how I'm going to win from this point? At this point I'm forced to go opposite lane, so what I'll do is I'll keep protecting my princesses like I did, like with my guards here. And I will keep protecting my princesses. I will chip out, I will try to chip out with him with my evo barrels and stuff. And yeah, that's how you're going to win this matchup. But yeah, you can still lose from this point, because if you got like a lot of damage or a good sequence, you can still lose. So what you don't gotta do, how you don't gotta throw, you gotta play your defense well. And it doesn't matter if you don't get like a lot of barrels, if you're like Tesla, if you have cannon, it doesn't matter whatever building you are playing, right? You gotta keep protecting your princesses, you have to play perfect defenses, even if it's not that perfect, even if you're learning logbait, it doesn't matter. But you gotta play good defense at least. Not, if not perfect, just decent. And you don't got a rocket cycle in this matchup. Last point on how you will lose this matchup, right? You don't got a rocket cycle. I will just ice spirit, and I will just try to. I thought the princess was going to shoot, but I will lock to. It's totally fine for me. At this point, I can just, he is going to spam everything in the bridge. But yeah, as I said, always play your princess opposite lane of what lane you are going to, because realistically, I will give you a tip. If your opponent does not have a big spell, and if you are going same lane, right, always play your princess opposite at the bridge, cause it will get value always. Cause you can notice he has to play miner opposite lane of my princess, and yeah, that's how you win against MK bait.